All right. Guess we can. Well, I love this pack, but aerial spec? Not sure about that. This Fire Badger is so good. Um, the Hound is kind of garbage. Hard to say, actually. I'm not sure which one to go for. Really hard to say. Let's go with the Fire Badger just for old times. Maybe we get the Phantom Ray, right? Just for old times' sake. It used to be our favorite specialist. It probably still is not that bad. We go with Crawler and we leave a space for the Fire Badger. I think we leave it space here. Probably want this a little bit further out just because I don't want this to get pushed by the Hound. They tend to get pushed up, and it's not a good thing. So maybe this is going to be enough of a spacing. Hopefully people haven't caught on yet to our strategy, but I feel like even if they do, it's quite hard to counter because if you don't blind counter the factory, then if you blind counter the factory and I don't go factory, it could be bad. So there is always the option of not going factory, but that means we have to actually be winning the game, which is not that likely. Too bad. It's going to be a little bit of damage, but okay, redeploy. We're going to take it. Do we set him? Do we go for the first Fire Badger now and set him on fire? Can't set him on fire, but we can go for a Fire Badger. I don't know. Do we want something like for the air? Like, we need chaff clear though. We absolutely have to chaff clear. So we need this, and guess we just go for another chaff here. There's no point in moving anything, I think. It's got 3 chaff. It's not really enough to the point where we want to start burning him with ray oil. We actually have more. We have the same amount of chaff as he does. The only thing is that our chaff clear isn't that good. What happened here? Phoenix? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. It's starting to make me feel like we're not doing that great this game. It's not good to lose 2 rounds like this. Alright, we'll go for the Wraith. Throw this here. Probably need to throw this down. And we'll need some Phoenixes behind this. Maybe we just separate this by 2 squares just so the missile, if there's any missiles, we don't die to it right away. I like this placement. What else? That's it. Okay. This is kind of scary. I'm not sure if we kill this with level 1 Phoenix. So he's not going for any more chaff. He's kind of going for our flanks. Mainly this flank. I'm not too worried about this flank. It's nothing that a couple Phoenix can't really take care of. The Wraith makes it a little bit more challenging, but he's investing a lot into the Wraith. Uh-oh. I mean, if we can win this, we'll probably be alright. Okay. That's better than I expected. Okay, that's a good missile for us. We're gonna get debuffed, but there's not that much stuff. This is really good. I'm surprised our defense is so hardy here. Now we're gonna need to address this, of course. Photon coating is gonna be amazing on this. I mean the amp core, but there's nothing I think we need it for. So maybe photon coating, but not really. I think. Okay, so we'll upgrade this. We need to missile this for sure, I think. Probably going to be another chaff here. We can oil him now. I think it's a reasonable time to just put down the oil. We're going to need, unless he moves everything here. I don't think he can, really. He only has one redeploy, but it would be smart if he did. We'll go for more Phoenix. Definitely missile this. I'm not sure how many Phoenixes we want to stack. I don't want to stack that many. Wouldn't mind using the missiles. So maybe even like another missile here. I mean, it's a lot of missiles, but I'm kind of worried about this flank. Maybe it's not smart, but... Okay. He moves out of it completely. That's surprising. Well, I think the Rhino dies pretty easy here. Come on. Close, close. Very close. Alright. So we didn't really waste the missile, but we didn't need the extra one. No amp core on the Wraith. The Wraith might be looking at the tower pretty soon. Uh-oh. It was close. I think we're okay, though. Yeah, we're actually playing good without the factory yet. Now is the time for the factory, though. Or is it? Or is it? I love the Overlord. I mean, I love the Mustang. Because we're kind of weak to Wasp, but we have to go for our factory cheese here. There's no... This is the time to do it. This is definitely the time to do it. Okay, so we'll go HE. We'll just beacon in through here. Pretty standard. All right, this is gonna get sold. Right? I mean, it might be a little bit too close to the tower, so we can adjust that later. Click HE here. Let's go for this. Let's go for a chaff. Go for a shield. Perhaps go for a defense. Probably a defense, I think. Maybe we go from like this to something like that. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay. Alright, let's see who gets to the tower first here. He really needs to have a flank here to draw our stuff over, but... I mean, if this guy gets to our flank, we're kind of cooked. I mean, okay, we're fine. Maybe we just win right here. 2,300 damage. We need to get the tower, though, if we want to win right now. Level 3 tower or 2? Man, it took a while to kill that tower. It's close. Okay, we got it. Nice. It's just incredibly easy how we're winning these games. I guess we're finishing it with we just get the opponent down to like um 2300. In this case, like almost 2400. And if he goes for the wrong choice, which is the Mustang, obviously, then it's kind of a wrap. And our board is always the same. We have the Phoenixes, and if you look at the damages of the Phoenix, they're usually very, very high damage. Here we actually had the Wasps. It's unusual that the Wasps do anything because they're so easily countered. Like the Mustangs would be having a field day with the Wasps. The Fire Badgers, they weren't doing anything. I think besides setting the fire. I mean, the Fire Badgers, he didn't go for that much chaff. Eventually he did. But I don't know what happened. I think some of his chaff just came over here. Four of his chaff just came over here. So basically 6 out of 9 of his chaff, if we don't count the flank, just came to the factory. So really, the factory is just your chaff clear. That's what the factory is actually doing. It's clearing the chaff. Tanking, yes, but he doesn't really have that much DPS. And it's getting to the tower. It actually took a while for the tower to go down, but it kind of did. It already does its job if it does the chaff clear. So yeah, pretty straightforward game. And keep in mind we were winning before we did the factory. So you know you just have to win the. You just don't want to. Ideally, you want to win the early game, but you just don't want to be in like a crazy bad situation. However, even if you are in a insanely bad situation, that's when the factory is actually super fun to play. This is kind of like boring. It works. It's amazing to win by such a small margin, but the best factory is actually the factory when you're almost dead, the opponents have full health, and it depends all on your factory skill to win the game. Just like conclusion, in the semifinals or finals of the Mag 1, you have to watch that. That is what inspired me to play the factory, because if you can master the factory, you can win from any position in any game, just like conclusion.